Yo, what up YouTube? My name is Mike and I go by DJ AXCESS, and if you're shopping for a DJ bag or want some helpful things to keep inside of it, maybe this will help. Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here and you find this video helpful or interesting, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. It will definitely help me out and I appreciate all of your support. My favorite DJ bag is the Odyssey Redline Backspin 2. And this is the old one. I've had it for about 7 years. You can see some cosmetic damage there. And actually the reason for purchasing a new one was a broken zipper right here. So got the new one now, and this is one of the easiest decisions I've made, one of the easiest purchases I've made. So nice and fresh right there. And I think they've done something in recent years to kind of keep it a little bit more tight and from falling off your back and being too wide, but it could also be just that I had the bag for very long. So I'm just gonna go in here and show you what I have in my DJ bag and maybe mention some features that might be helpful if you're shopping for your next DJ bag. So we'll go with this front top pocket here first. I have my V-Moda headphones. I've been using these for about 3 years now. You can get the decals printed on their website, and I think there's a very small fee for those. They sound great. Not that that matters too much. When you're talking about DJ headphones, you really only need to be listening for the kick and the snare unless you're using them for other purposes. But these feel really great for long periods of time and are very durable as well, and they come with this nice case. Attached to the case, I have an SD card holder. So if you typically play on CDJs or play back-to-back with people, meaning there's more than one DJ controlling the music, having the SD cards is great because sometimes the flash drive slots can already be taken up. So that's starting us off here. Here we have the Alien Ears custom in-ear monitors. Very, very helpful if you're doing any events on stages with huge monitors that may be too loud for you. Also good for protecting your hearing. In addition, I have a backup set of in-ear monitors. These are not custom made and they are made by Westone. And to round out that pocket, I just have some USBs just in case mine fail and I have my laptop, I can load new music on there. I have some regular earplugs that I would wear at festivals, and then I also have a combo iPhone jack to power as well as headphones. Hope you can see that there. So moving on to the front of the bag, things I like to have kind of handy right at the front there. We got mints. More USBs, a little bag of couplers, which are like cable extenders, and I also have a counter on here if you're a club DJ and you're trying to keep track of maybe how many people that you're bringing to the club. These are nice to have as well. It gets pretty hot in the summertime, so if I'm doing an outdoor event, I got this fan here and it's got a mister in it as well. USB wall jack adapters for iPhones or other appliances. Got some USB to mini and then USB to, I forget what this is called, but USB to the other mini. One is hexagon and the other one is a little bit more round for different applications. It's actually the power cable that I use for my recorder, which if you did not watch my how to record your sets and why you should record your sets, make sure you check out that video. Very important to have one of these. This one is the Tascam DR40 and I talk all about it in that video, so make sure you have one of these in your DJ bag. And lastly, got some Sharpies and pens and as well as chapsticks. So that is the front pocket, and I almost forgot the most important thing, business cards. Make sure you have your business cards in your DJ bag. I have them in like 3 different pockets. And then I also mentioned the business cards in the professionalism video I did recently, so check that out as well. Okay, moving on to the side pockets. I have my Audio-Technica wireless microphone. This is the ATW T34-1B, and the B is just the transmitter identifier. I've been using this wireless mic for a very long time. I have 3 of them, and I've actually had to replace one, but these are quite durable and they sound great. On the other side, I have a wired mic. I actually don't know where I got this, but it's just kind of been my backup microphone in case of emergency. As a pro tip, if you find yourself without a microphone and needing one, you can always use your headphones. All you would do, instead of plugging your headphones into the headphone jack, move it to the mic port, hold the headphones very, very close to your mouth, kind of like this, talk into it, and you actually get a decent quality microphone. So if you're ever in a jam, make sure you use that pro tip. Moving on to some of the larger pockets, I have my MacBook power charger, and it's kind of encased in what's called the Sidewinder. I got this very, very recently after having some fraying in a number of my MacBook chargers, and it's great, kind of compacts everything. So when I need to use it, extends like that, and then when I need to put it away, you just twist here, and that's protected my MacBook charger from like the fraying of just being in the DJ bag by itself. I also have a powered USB hub. So powered meaning I have this adapter, and that takes some of the load off of your laptop if you have multiple things that you're plugging in there. I have an HDMI cable. I still do video sets from time to time, so this is always very helpful. I carry AA and AAA batteries, AA for the microphones and AAA is for lights that I'm about to show you. So these right here are just kind of connector lights. They got a little, I don't even know what you would call that, a little extender thing on them. You can turn them on, light up your DJ setup if the DJ booth is too dark. I also have backup Serato control CDs. I have 2 sets just in case. And then I also carry DJ AXCESS stickers. Every once in a while people will ask for them. And just to give you an idea of how old these are, I have my old Facebook and Twitter accounts on there and no Instagram. So, okay, for this next large pocket, has kind of like a mini pocket inside of it, and I keep some Belkin LCD display cleaner. This is good for electronics as well as your laptop screen. So just kind of spray some on there, clean up your gear when you have some extra time. I have a number of USB A/B cables. These are also known as printer cables, and typically they will go to like your CDJ or turntable right to your laptop. So I got plenty of those just in case. I have a nice long RCA to RCA cord. This is a very typical cord for audio purposes. So having a nice long one in your DJ bag can definitely bail you out of some situations. Got another type of USB cable. This one goes to that recorder that I showed you. It's just a little bit longer. I have an Ethernet cable here. Ethernet cables are used if you're doing like a CDJ set and you only brought one flash drive. You can connect the two CD players to each other and they can use the same flash drive. Very, very helpful if you're DJing clubs with the kind of standard CDJ 2000 setup. Next up, I have an IEC power cable. These are the typical cables that you would plug a CDJ in with, and a lot of mixers as well. So just having a nice long one in your DJ bag just in case one fails on you is very helpful. I have an 1/8 inch to RCA cable. This is great for if you're trying to record your set or if you need to hook up your iPhone to your mixer or a number of other applications. So very good cable to have in your DJ bag. This is a fairly new addition to my DJ bag, but very helpful, kind of like the last one we just talked about. This is an 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch cable. So I use a Bose setup that only has 1/4 inch into it, but a lot of speakers will take 1/4 inch as an input. So if I have a ceremony or a cocktail hour setup and I just need to play some music off my phone or off an MP3 player, I can connect this to the MP3 player and this goes directly to the speaker and it sounds great. Another very versatile cable you can use, and I definitely suggest having this in your DJ bag, is an XLR to XLR. This one is nice and long, so if I can connect it to a speaker from my mixer if I need to. It also works as a DMX cable if you do your own custom lighting, and it can also be used as a microphone cable. So that wired mic I showed you earlier, I can just connect this to my mixer with this cable. Got another cable that I use to record my sets with. I suggest having multiple types of cables because you never know which outs are going to be available on the mixer. Sometimes it's going to be the booth out, which would be typically the 1/4 inch out, and then you can run the RCA to your recorder, or it might be the record out, in which case you could use the RCAs out of the mixer and then go into your recorder with 1/4 inch. And then I think I have one more. So the recorder I showed you also uses XLR inputs as well as 1/4 inch. So I can take the 1/4" booth out of the mixer, like I said before, and go XLR into my recorder, or vice versa. Let's say the club runs XLRs out of the booth for their main setup, so all that's available is the XLRs. I now have XLRs to 1/4". This next bag here I won't use very often, but when I do pull it out, it usually saves my butt. It has every adapter you could ever want: XLR, 1/4", RCA, and a number of others, 1/8" as well. And also have some power adapters, so sometimes if the venue's really old, they won't have the 3-prong power into the wall outlet, so this will convert that to a 2. That's helped me in the past. I got some screws, like a universal screw flathead, Phillips screwdriver. Let's see what else I have here. Some couplers to extend cables. Some extra crossfaders is very helpful, and so this is just kind of like the emergency bag. If something goes wrong, I can usually pull this bag out and I have some kind of adapter or fix kind of waiting in here. Another fairly new addition to the bag is a second MacBook charger. If you can afford to have 2 in your bag, it's very, very helpful. I was at a show recently where my adapter was lost or stolen, and I didn't have a second one, so I had to make an extra trip to Best Buy as in the middle of a show. So luckily I gave myself enough time to kind of prepare for kind of emergencies coming up. So having a second one would have prevented that, and that's why I added to the bag. This is worth its weight in gold, and it is gaff tape. So gaff tape is just like duct tape in kind of the feel and stickiness. However, it comes off of things really well. So if you're at like a venue or a club and you need to tape some cords down, or you need something, this is definitely the stuff to get. It's pretty expensive, so I think it's like 25 bucks a roll depending on what type you get and how long, but definitely have this in your DJ bag. It's huge. I have an extra power strip just in case I just have my DJ bag and I need to plug in some extra things. Got that. And the last thing for the main bag are my needles. So I carry 4 needles with me at all times just in case I have a turntable set to do, or one goes bad. I always have extras here, and these are the Shure M44 7s. They're discontinued now, and I'm currently using the Ortofons on my practice setup, and I definitely prefer the Shures. The last pocket is the laptop pocket, very well protected. Fits my 15-inch MacBook Pro, which I think is pretty much standard. So, all right, that concludes everything that's in my DJ bag. Again, it was the Odyssey Redline Series Backspin 2. No sponsorship or anything. That's just the bag I've been using for the past 7 years. I just got a new one, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to make a video about it. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you wish. And as always, thank you for watching. Peace. I'm out.